and welcome back to NYIT Roundtable. I'm here with Dr. Jerry Flansreich and Dr. Jennifer Griffiths, and we're talking about an interdisciplinary conference that NYIT recently held. And it was to engage students in the global century. So now let's talk about how this conference benefits students and how technologies are beneficial in the classroom. So let's start with you, Dr. Flansreich.
Well, the wonderful thing about Web 2.0 technologies for the libraries is it's available 24/7 and access is available from anywhere in the world. Besides the Web 2.0 technologies, most of the library's resources more and more are electronic, and so again, all of our resources are available 24/7 from anywhere in the world. The Web 2.0 technologies allow us to reach out to our users, to communicate with them very easily, and for us to get input from them, which is wonderful. We have a lot of forms on our website so that we can immediately be in touch with our students. We've developed a wonderful new tool called LibGuides, which allows us to create research guides for students on particular subject areas. And we can incorporate chat, we can incorporate links to websites, we can incorporate YouTube videos, we can incorporate RSS feeds, and it creates a very dynamic, interesting, useful tool. It's also very easy for us to edit these tools. In the classroom, these can be used because, as Jennifer was talking before about students creating a wiki, well, they could use LibGuide, and the students can collaborate as content providers and editors of the LibGuide along with librarians and faculty to create a collaborative environment. So it's a very exciting time for libraries.
And there's also been a big emphasis lately on students being global citizens. Now, does that relate to these wiki and social media websites, or how are they becoming global citizens, and why is that important?
Well, I think because you're getting students from all over the world interacting with each other very easily, that creates an area where they can share their cultures, be able to see things from a different point of view. For example, I presented at the conference an example of using the Web 2.0 technology to show students why we use keyword terms in thinking about how we're going to search for a topic. And one of the articles I read said that, used an example of the pig from Charlotte's Web, and one of the students in the class created a keyword term that was unclean. And to us that seems strange and needed to be explained, but it was from a totally different cultural point of view. And that was very helpful to the students, I think, to think much broader, in a broader context, of how they think about things and how they use terminology and how they eventually search for information.
Right, to help them be more open-minded. Now, also there was an emphasis on engaging international students with American-style education. Can you explain a little on that?
That was Margaret Stacy and Gary Stevens, both faculty members who have been developing writing programs in our China campus, and they talked about some of the challenges of bringing American-style education to students who are used to very sort of top-down learning, so used to memorizing and then reproducing, you know, these facts. And with writing, learning how to write, you have to learn to sort of be creative and to explore ideas and to discover and to take some ownership of that process yourself. And that mostly, and the writing instructor is mostly the facilitator for that. We provide guidelines, we provide feedback, we provide models, but so it can be a challenge, and they describe that challenge.
Are any of the international students hesitant when it comes to learning an American-style way? And
well, that's what was explored, absolutely. They come, just like we come to other cultures with a lot of baggage and assumptions, they come with a lot of assumptions about the U.S. and what it means to get an education in the U.S., and some of those assumptions had to be addressed in the classroom. And I think that there's resistance when you're challenged that way to finally participate in class. If you've never, do you remember that point, right?
Yes, it was very good
If you've
point.
never participated in a class before, other than to have to recite back or to speak back about a specific fact or sort of information, that can be a very challenging, venture. That's.
So was the conference aimed more at American students or more at international students? And what was the turnout like of students who came?
Well, it wasn't actually, the students weren't the audience for this conference.
But they were there
There
as
were
well?
some students there, but they were sort of coming and going. They weren't the audience. The audience was, it was sort of a place for discovery for educators to share ideas so that we can then bring those ideas back into the classroom.
I thought what was very interesting also was the first set of speakers were the ones Jennifer just mentioned, talking about their experiences teaching at NYIT in China. The last group of speakers were two professors from Utah
that's right.
talking about teaching Native American Indians and getting them involved in the higher education process, because a very small percentage of Native Americans actually complete college. And it was very interesting, two totally different cultures and backgrounds from opposite sides of the world. And yet the issues the faculty spoke about were very, very similar, very
And
similar
the goals were
issues.
a bit similar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, so it looks like everyone, professors, students, administrators, really got a much broader view on global learning.
Yes.
I hope so.
All right, sounds great. Thank you both for
Okay.
being here today.
Thank
Once
you.
again, I'd like to thank Jerry Flansworth, who's the Director of Branch Services at the Worcester Library on campus, on the Old Westbury campus, and also Dr. Jennifer Griffiths, Assistant Professor of English at the Manhattan campus and also the organizer of the event. For NYIT Roundtable, I'm Dana Arshin, and we'll see you again next time.